What's up? We're back. The Crelectors for episode 2. First off, I personally, and I'm sure Rob also wanted to just say thank you to the 2 people that watched our first episode.
It was 30 and counting.
No, seriously though, we got a bunch of awesome comments, DMs,
Other videos.
new follows, a lot of cool positive support from a bunch of people, and we really appreciate that. So, regardless, I think that we're probably gonna do this even if you and I are the only people watching our own video.
Yeah,
just
fun
because
for us.
I got nothing better to do. I don't know about you.
Also, in the other video, we kept looking here. We just need to let them know that this is a monitor.
Oh yeah, they're
Camera's
probably like,
there.
why are they looking over there?
So if we're ever looking over
Do
here,
I
this
have
is
to
a
look at
monitor.
that? Hi, how are you? Welcome, thank you. So yeah, just humbled, even though 20, 30 views.
Still more. It's progressive.
I appreciate it. You know, we take the little things for granted sometimes, and just want to say thank you. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. On YouTube, subscribe, like the videos, leave some comments. Let us know if you have any questions. We'll be willing to address them here on the podcast. All of that.
Yeah.
As far as us growing this, it's gonna really give us a lot of help if you guys can do those couple things that I just stated. So we'll just jump right into the best segment ever that I created.
Number 1 segment. Final segment, but first segment.
The best segment ever that Rob hates, and he
Actually, I came up with a good one.
he hates this segment, but I love this segment. So we're recording this on a Sunday. I don't know when it's gonna get edited and posted, but for my Sunday people who like football, that's what I was doing when Rob was just staring at me in the beginning. I was making sure my lineup was good because I'm in the championship. I'm trying to bring that home. But this segment is comparing a pro athlete to a Pokemon.
Perfect.
Rob hates this.
Great comparison.
Rob hates sports. Nah, just kidding. So I'm a big football fan. So for me, and the whole basis of this is trying to give people who might not be 100% into Pokemon right now, maybe they know what it is, just to give them another perspective on how you can look at Pokemon and how some things that you wouldn't necessarily think are related can be relatable, like football and Pokemon. So for me, I'm comparing the star, the stud, the young kid on the block, Kyler Murray, to the iconic Pikachu. And when I said that to Rob was like, what? What do you mean? And I was like, what do you mean, what do I mean? Like, they're perfect. They're perfect comparisons. As far as quarterbacks go, typically, you think of a 6-foot something stud, tall, looking over his own line, can launch the ball. Kyler's not the tallest guy, right? So when you're thinking of a powerful Pokemon, you're thinking of a huge Lugia or a big Charizard. Pikachu, pretty small little thing, but at the same time they're super speedy, have so much agility, right? Pikachu can just like jump from here to here to here in the blink of an eye, and next thing you know he's in your face hitting you with an attack. Just like Kyler Murray, he's in the pocket and he gets flushed out, next thing you know he's in the end zone. It's like he just like disappears, makes 2 quick moves, cuts up the defenders, and next thing he's in the touchdown. Another point that I made was they always get the job done when the odds are against them. So if you guys have ever watched the anime, the show, the movies, somehow it seems like all the odds are against Pikachu. He's got to face this crazy Pokemon that we just got introduced to. It's on its 3rd evolution. It's like super powerful, and like you're like, oh, Pikachu doesn't stand a chance. Like, he's going to get stomped on. Next thing you know, he pulls out Thunder and eliminates his Pokemon like it's nothing. So what I'm comparing that to is kind of like Kyler Murray a couple weeks back. I'm sure anybody who's interested in sports or football saw this highlight where Kyler Murray, like 3 seconds left, it gets flushed out of the pocket to his left, is about to go out of bounds, and launches a 50-yard bomb into the end zone for a game-winning touchdown. It's just clutch. They're clutch. And the last comparison would be both Pikachu and Kyler Murray have great teammates, which also make them great. Pikachu has the legend Ash Ketchum, who's the best Pokemon trainer alive, does everything. Also, odds are against him, always prevails. Same for Kyler Murray. He's got DeAndre Hopkins, who I would say is a number one candidate at his position in the professional football league. So that's who I would compare as far as Pokemon and a pro athlete go. Rob thought very hard and long about his, so I'll hand it off to him.
So it took me about 20 minutes to do this because I think too much. But I came up with Giannis
Beast.
in NBA. He's on the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Good for you.
Is like
Good for you. I would have just said Giannis.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is just like Gyarados. And the reason why is because when Giannis first entered the league, he was awful. Like Magikarp, right? Magikarp, useless.
Splash.
Useless.
Splash.
I mean, he has a great shiny, but other than that, he's useless.
Pretty
Giannis
sick.
came into the league. He's like a 60 overall in 2K. That's awful. The rookies now are coming in now like 78.
On another level.
I mean, I don't want to base it off 2K, but he wasn't good.
That makes
He
sense.
put in the time. He stayed with the same team. He's loyal.
Just
right?
like Magikarp, just kept
like
splashing.
Magikarp, just kept splashing, persisted. And then he evolved over time, became Gyarados. Gyarados, you don't want to mess with.
No.
You don't want to battle a Gyarados. You don't want to see a Gyarados in the wild. You don't want to guard him.
Nope.
Nothing.
You want him on your team.
You
That's
want him
what
on
you
your
want.
team, yeah. And another thing, Giannis is very, from what I've seen, he's a very nice person. He looks like a great teammate.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, when he's against you,
no, you're not.
Killer.
You're not trying to play Giannis.
no.
I'm not trying to play Giannis. You trying to play Giannis?
No.
No.
That dude's
I'm
like
good at
6'10".
Charging to the basket. Dominant.
So yeah, that would be my comparison. Giannis to Gyarados, GG.
Yep, Giannis to Gyarados. GG. Nice, I like it. See, that wasn't so bad, was it, Rob?
It took me 20 minutes.
Well, maybe if you didn't do your homework late, Rob.
Bro, you did this at like 11.
I was busting.
Sleeping. I took a better draw. I knocked out.
All right, so you'll never see that segment again, but I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, every once in a while we could do it.
Yeah,
not every time,
I'm just
maybe.
playing. All right, so we'll get into our next segment. We did this last time on the first episode. It's called I Choose You, basically where we're comparing topics about Pokemon, whole sets, card types, etc. And we're just explaining why we like one of those options better than the others. So last time we did a couple comparisons. This time we're going to do one comparison, and we have three choices. So the overlying category would be current Pokemon game types, and that would be like a Pokemon video game, like playing on your Switch, Sword and Shield, Pokemon Let's Go is another one. Our second option to choose from would be a mobile phone Pokemon game like Pokemon Go. And the third option would be the online trading card game. So I know what Rob's choice is going to be for sure because he's obsessed, just like I've recently become obsessed with my choice. So you want to go first or you want me to do it?
So I'm going to pick Pokemon Go. I actually played...
He's a legend. Pokemon Go legend.
Pokemon Let's Go. And I played Pokemon Go pretty much around the same time. I started playing Pokemon Go 2016, the week it came out. I don't know if it was the day it came out. It might have been the day.
Nice.
And then Pokemon Let's Go, I had a Switch at the time when that came out. I got a Let's Go Eevee, and I played that game. I almost beat it until I sold my Switch to get this camera. But I loved the game. I didn't get too far into the grindy parts. I just kind of played throughout. I didn't, go shiny hunting or anything. And then TCG Online, I haven't played yet. I have no desire to play in the competitive Pokemon game.
Missing out.
Just for the fact that I cannot get too much into a game like that just because I already have enough distractions as it is. If I get into that game, I'll be playing Pokemon Go, I'll be playing that.
So your current choice would be Pokemon Go?
Pokemon Go, just because I have, 4 years into it? Almost level 40. I just got back into it a couple months ago. I took like a couple months off because there wasn't really a lot of updates and I just kind of got a little bit bored of it. And then they came out the new level 50 update, and then I've been addicted since. Trying to get to level 40. I'm almost there. But that game, I'll play it wherever I am, and catch as many Pokemon. I shiny hunt in that game too, which is fun. They added a lot of shinies.
What's your favorite part about Pokemon Go?
The shinies, for sure. Catching a shiny Pokemon, it's one step closer, in my opinion, to like Pokemon VR.
So what separates Pokemon Go from like Sword and Shield? Because you can go shiny hunting in Sword and Shield
on my phone. I can play wherever I want.
Okay,
If
so
I'm
like
out,
the convenience of being able to play.
If I'm out at a
wherever,
restaurant, I got Pokemon Go. If I'm out shopping, got Pokemon Go. While I'm walking, I'm making progress to an egg that I'm gonna hatch. That could be a shiny Pokemon or a good Pokemon. I can also go out to raids and stuff. Like it's because I can do it anywhere. Sword and Shield. I watch a lot of Sword and Shield, like people play it, but I just can't justify getting a Switch and playing that, just because I like to play one game at a time, pretty much.
No, that makes sense. I feel you. For me, currently, right now, I also have played Sword and Shield. I've played Pokemon Go, but right now, currently, I'm gonna go with the trading card game online. I'm just pretty much becoming obsessed with it. It's so much fun. I like that it adds a whole nother element to cards. Like breaking down cards to the core. Why are Pokemon cards even a thing, right? It's because of the game, the trading card game. On each card are its abilities in the trading card game. So when this dropped in 96 or something, those original cards had abilities and they were meant to be played with as that trading card game. So for me, I think that breaking it down to the core is really cool. Allows another perspective into selling cards. So when you're opening and you're looking for the big rainbow, or you're looking for a big shiny hit, you're looking for a Charizard. For me, ever since I started playing the trading card game online, I'll pull certain trainers and be like, oh, nice.
Yep.
Good card. So it adds a whole nother element to it, because those trainer cards are good for people's decks. So you'll pull a good trainer or even a basic trainer and be like, oh, nice, I can add that to my physical personal deck, or I know I can get a couple bucks for that card. And it just helps when you're breaking, learning different ways in order to make money out of your hobby. I'm a very competitive person in life, some would say. It's kind of a downfall of mine. I'm always trying to turn something into a competition and be the best at it. So for me, the fact that the trading card game is literally you building a deck in order to beat another person, and then putting that to use and competing against another person, I love it. I love it so much, and it involves so much strategy. And then the final, and I think this is the coolest thing, just the cool connection between real life and an online game or a trading card game, where I can go in real life in order to build my deck online. In real life, I have to go buy a product, open it, and then take those code cards from real life, and that'll determine my online deck. I think that that's a really cool connection between like how good you are online and your collection in real life. So for me, it'd definitely be the trading card game, and I definitely would suggest anybody getting back into Pokemon to download it and get back into it, because it'll just open your mind to things that you never even realized in the hobby. So it's pretty sick.
It'll let you know what cards, like you said, what cards are desirable other than the ultra rares.
Yeah,
so like if you're playing
previous to this, I would probably throw a boss's order in the trash, and now I'm like, wow, that's a really good card. So like when you're building a deck, you can have up to 4 versions of that card. So basically all these cards have abilities, and boss's order, when you play that card, you can switch your opponent's active Pokemon to its bench.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes people will hide weak Pokemon on their bench or switch around people so that you have to kill their active Pokemon before they bring someone off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of reverses that move in a sense. So they're hiding a Pokemon on their bench that you can take out with one attack. You play boss's order, switch them, and then you take out one of their teammates. Yep. Really cool card. Alright, so moving into the next segment. We got a cool new name for this segment.
Cool new original name.
Pokevesting. No, it is pretty sick. Pokevesting advice. This is just where we're going to talk about what we would suggest thinking about moving forward, where to invest, into what specific cards, into what sealed product that we think will hold long term. Maybe we'll even just suggest to flip it long term because we don't think it'll hold long term.
Yep.
We're going to get into the nitty gritty of a bunch of stuff throughout this podcast. But this is definitely one of my favorite segments. Last week I talked Neo Genesis graded. This week I'm talking high graded promos. And it's pretty broad. But I just think that people sleep on promos and that they get overlooked. And I think the fact that promos are a guaranteed card in a product, it kind of is misleading because it makes them unpopular in the short term. Because it's like, all right, I'm walking through the store and I want the box for the packs to get the rare cards that nobody has. And you buy the box for those packs to open the packs. You don't really think about the cards that are shown in that box that are given for the most part. Because the train of thought probably is everybody gets those cards. If you buy the box, it's not hard to get that card. All you gotta do is go to the store, find the box, and you see the promo right there. It's different than ripping a pack and getting a big hit, right? So for me, that's a little misleading because when we talk about investing, we need to be thinking a couple years in the future, in a sense, and being in a state of mind where we're making educated guesses of where the hobby will be in the future, and then looking back on what the hobby currently is. So often how I do this is looking at the past 20 years of the hobby and where we are now and what happened. And for me, when you're like I just said, when you're currently in the hobby, you're not thinking about the promo then, but let's do what I just said and go in the future and look back. All right, now 20 years has gone by and a bunch of the hobby went down, up, went through waves, all of this stuff, got popular, got unpopular, and got popular again. A bunch of people did away with their cards, sold off their cards, didn't keep them in good condition, and then we're digging through our 2020 stuff in 2040, and now whoever kept these promos nice, you have to realize that everybody looking back is going to remember those promos, right? Because when we were opening all those boxes in 2020, not everybody hit a rainbow Charizard. Not everybody got the rare cards. But everybody opened the same boxes and looked at the same promos. So everybody's going to remember those promo cards. So now we're talking about like the power of representation and what a promo card can have. It can represent a whole era, a promo card. And I think that the promo stamp separates it a little bit. It's pretty cool. It's got a promo stamp that makes it different from regular cards. And often promos have an alternate art on it. So that's another separating factor. Like
it's only on that art.
That's only on that promo.
Yeah.
And you can only get it through that promo. And you just gotta work where most people aren't, you know? Like I feel like even in the past I'll go through promos and I'll be like, this is just a promo. Right now it's worthless. But all I'm saying, and then so if you have them graded as well now and get a high grade on them. They might not be worth a lot now, but I would be willing to guess that a good amount of promos in 20 years will be worth a lot. So
once they rotate out, and you can't get the box anymore. Like
exactly.
They're just gonna go up, especially if they're good-looking cards, especially like the Pikachus and stuff. If you get the good-looking promos that are readily available now, and then like you said, grade them now and hold on to them, like they're only gonna go up. A lot of Pokemon cards hold their value, and it's really like. It's kind of, you're not losing anything really on a lot of these cards. If you were to grade, let's say, let's say the Hidden Fates promo Charizard, it's going to hold value at least. So if it's you get it out of the $40 tin, but if you buy it raw, it's like a $5 card. $5, then you grade it for $15 at CGC or something. It's a $20 card at that point. That card's never gonna go under $20 at whatever grade you get it. You know what I mean? Like if you get a 9, 9.5, 10, whatever you get, it's gonna at least hold that value, especially long term. And it's just like if you have the money and everything, it's a good thing to grade those promos and keep them for a long time.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. Not every promo is gonna be worth some money. It does have to have. Good art on it, a solid Pokemon, a certain product that it represented, you know? Like, it could be not a Pikachu or a Charizard. It could be like, a Gengar or something, or a Scyther or something. Something cool that people can relate with, but maybe it was in a product that you could only get on the Pokemon Center through, again, which we talked about in episode 1, which are some parameters for where you want to invest into. It's usually in things that are like limited, only a certain way you can get those things. So, and I said not a lot of these promos will currently be worth a lot, but some even are when it comes to current ones. Like me and Rob have a Build and Battle Charizard promo that is going crazy.
Yeah,
PSA 10, it's like $500 right now.
Yeah, just sold.
And that's a current card that if you bought the Build and Battles from Vivid Voltage when they dropped, those were $20. So you had a 1 at 4 shot at getting the Charizard, a Snorlax, what else?
Donphan
and a Lugia. 1 and 4, they pulled the Charizard from a $20 box, grade that for $20, you're $40 in, and then it's selling for $500 now. So you make $460. And so that's where I'm at with promos. I just think it's important to keep an eye on them.
So going off that, actually, I want to say one thing before I go to my suggestion is those Build and Battle boxes, if you can get them for 20, 30, 40 bucks even, and either open them to try to get that Charizard or even the Lugia. Lugia is selling for like 30, 35 bucks raw, maybe 25,
even
20.
The Snorlax is like 200-300 PSA 10.
PSA, yeah. So you're looking at a 3 out of 4 chance of, pretty much making your money back. The Donphan is not desirable at all.
Pretty easy making your money back unless you hit the Donphan.
But if you can get them at a reasonable price, holding on to those long term, if say in 5 to 10 years and people are chasing that Charizard, the only way to get that Charizard is through that box.
Yeah, say that's $1,000 card.
Yeah, if you
people will take a 1 in 4 shot just to get that card. I'd say $100 probably.
Yeah.
And that's a $20 Build and Battle box.
Yeah. So
sorry to interrupt you. A cool add on that is people forget there are 4 Vivid Voltage packs in there as well. Sorry.
Yeah. It's gonna come up.
Yeah, I know.
So you get 4 packs plus the promos. You have a 3 out of 4 chance of getting a very good desirable promo, and then you have the 4 packs, which you can get an amazing rare, or you can get a pull out of it. So those little boxes, I mean, they're reselling. People are trying to scalp it at like 60, 65.
Really? Are they really already? Yeah.
But as the waves coming in,
they're already expensive. They're hitting that point where it's like, $40 for this. Is it really worth it?
So if you can get them for 20, 25, 30, $40 as the waves come in of Vivid Voltage, I think that is a really, really good buy to either buy and crack open to try and get for that Charizard, or hold on for long term.
Yeah.
So my suggestion for Pokevesting is another suggestion is Lost Thunder from Sun and Moon. Lost Thunder for Sun and Moon is gaining popularity in my opinion. Charizard has its art, and every other Charizard is kind of following its path where it's going up in value. You always want to pull that Charizard. That Neo, is it Neo Destiny?
For what?
That Lugia?
Charizard?
No, that Lugia.
Oh.
It's Neo Destiny, right? Or Neo Genesis?
I think it's Neo Genesis.
Neo Genesis.
The one that sold
Lugia.
for $100,000 PSA.
Yeah. Whatever the Neo Lugia, Neo Hollow Lugia. I always mess up the Neo series. But that Lugia, sold for $100,000+.
Which is crazy.
Then the non-first edition, sells for a crazy amount. And I just believe that all the other Lugias that are going to follow its path and all the newer ones are going to, be desirable just due to that sale alone almost. Because people see that this one sold for $100,000+. In 20 years, why can't this one sell for $100,000+? In long term.
So then you gotta go searching for the big Lugia cards.
Yeah.
So that's what makes Lost Thunder such a great set, because they have a lot of good Lugia.
They have three. They have one non-full RGX, and then they have a full RGX and then a Rainbow Rare Lugia, which are already up to, I believe, $300 PSA 9, $500 PSA 10, maybe like $800 actually. And then also in the set is Tyranitar, big hitter. Everyone loves Tyranitar.
You love Tyranitar.
You don't like Tyranitar?
Oh no, I like Tyranitar, but he's like one of your favorites.
Yeah, Tyranitar is one of my favorites. He's also really good in Pokemon Go, which is the reason why he's one of my favorites. Then you have Celebi in there. Celebi's always, desirable Pokemon. There's a Prism Celebi, which is a dope card. It's kind of like their Amazing Rare. But Celebi's always going to be a desirable Pokemon just because of who the Pokemon is in the anime and everything. And then they're also available in booster boxes, which a lot of sets, like holiday sets and special sets, are not. So grabbing a booster box of those, of Lost Thunder, you're kind of almost guaranteed one of those 5 desirable cards. And then all the trainer full arts and everything are very colorful. They're cool. I think full arts in the long term are going to be awesome to collect just because they're so different. And the arts are just insane. So Lost Thunder, Tyranitar, Celebi, Lugia, all guaranteed, big hitter Pokemon and Pokemon cards.
So would you suggest that people buy and rip or buy and hold?
I would buy and hold, or buy singles of these cards while they're still kind of readily available.
I think that's the right answer.
Lugia
Definitely
GX.
Buy and hold that.
If you can get all these raw cards and just stack them, if you have the money to just
get
stack them,
graded if you can.
And then if you have more money to get them graded, and hold, or just stack the singles, stack the desirable ones, and then keep them for long term. Just because they're still new, so they're still ready.
Yeah, I love that set. I agree 100%. Great points, great advice. So now we're going to get into our next segment, What's Hot. Here we're going to talk about what's really buzzing in the hobby, what's flying off the shelves, what has high demand. And now that I'm looking at what I chose, I think that it's actually underrated. I mean, it's sold right out of the Pokemon Center, so there is demand for it. There are current sales on eBay, so it is, again, there's demand for it. But what I'm a little confused about is the price, which isn't a bad thing. So if you see this, you might catch it before it jumps. But these retail... Alright, let me introduce the product first, sorry. I think that the ZAMENTA and ZACIAN Premium Collection Box is definitely a great product. I think... First of all, I think that ZAMENTA and ZACIAN, as far as legends go, will be remembered because of when cards started taking off again, because of Sword and Shield. I think that was a very popular video game as far as they go. I think that there was a big gap between video games as for the Pokemon company. I mean, there will always be people playing and buying Pokemon things, but I think that they did really good at Sword and Shield, and ZACIAN and ZAMENTA are the face of that. I mean, they're both really cool. They both have wicked cool features. They're both really good in the TCG. Everything. Who doesn't like a sick legendary dog? I do, at least. So that's like the face of the product. So I think that that's a good start. The actual product itself is very, very, very high quality. It's just ridiculous. You could get these from the Pokemon Center retail at $100, and where I was first running off on my rant about I think it's a little underrated, I found sales recent of $125 on eBay, which is not bad at all.
It's basically retail.
That's
plus
basically
shipping.
retail, and you're gonna have to pay shipping on top of that new price, but them only raising it $25. I'm gonna finish this podcast and probably buy one of those because I really do predict this price to jump. I would not be surprised if this product's $200 within like, I don't know, 3-4 months.
Mm-hmm. Are there any PSA CGC slabs of those cards selling yet?
I didn't check.
That might be the reason why it's not selling so much, because no one's seen the resale value of the cards graded. Yeah. So once that goes up, say one of the ZACIAN or ZAZAMENTAs sell for $100+, then that box is going to go up because it's going to be a desirable product for those graded cards.
Exactly. So Rob probably just broke down the reason why they are not crazy prices yet. So definitely I would jump on these and grab these. Let's talk about the product a little bit. You get a ton of packs. You get like, I should have looked up the specific number, but I want to say you get like 16 packs or something like that. Like Sword and Shield, Vivid Voltage, I think some Champion's Path, and maybe Rebel Clash. I think you get 4 of each type, but it's actually absolutely crazy. That's 16 packs. That's two ETBs. In some of the ETBs that offer 8 packs. So that's a bunch of packs right there. So, I mean, think about some of the retail prices of ETBs. I could easily spend $100 on 2 ETBs, you know what I'm saying? So as far as packs go, you get that right off the jump. That's worth a good amount of what you're paying into for the product. On top of that, you get 2, I'm not sure if that, I guess they're considered promo cards, right?
Yeah, because that's the only way you get them.
Yeah, exactly. So that'll even go back into my previous, what I was saying as far as promo cards, and these are the perfect example of what type of promo cards I'm talking about. 2 really cool, they come with 2 gold promo cards, one with ZAMAZENTA, one with ZACIAN. Maybe Rob can throw them up on the screen somewhere. Just to give you a visual. They're really cool cards. They're aesthetically pleasing. You can only get them from this box. So again, going back to our parameters of how to where you want to play when you're investing, this is definitely something that is like jumping off the screen to me. You get a nice, even when it comes to the small things that you get with this, you get like small metal playing dice, one with ZAMAZENTA, one with ZACIAN. You get burn and poison damage coins that are like black and gold. They're really cool. You get some metal damage dice in it, and then you get 130 sleeves in there, some with ZACIAN, some with ZAMAZENTA. I mean, that's a lot of product for $125. I mean, I just talked for like 3 minutes just going through what was in this product. And then on top of all of that, the actual box itself is really cool looking. Like you open this little compartment down, and it's like a gold plated
playmat. It looks like a playmat.
It looks like a playmat, but it's attached to the box, and it's got ZACIAN and ZAMAZENTA on it. It's just really clean, cool looking, and I think that it's honestly not really what's hot, but it's one of the newer products, and I think that it should be what's hot. So that's why I threw it in here. Probably could have been more of investing for me.
For both,
But I really like it, and it's new. It's sold out.
So if you do $3 a pack, that's already $48.
There's $48, and that's on the minimum, because I think that there's like Champion's Path and Vivid Voltage in there.
Darkness Ablaze, Sword and Shield, Sword and Shield base set, Vivid Voltage, Rebel Clash.
Okay, so there are some like not too crazy of packs. So at that point, there's a lot of options. Yeah, you can flip them at $3 a pack, make $40 back from your 125 that you're investing. You can cover the 25 in the shipping that way, and then get everything else for base cost. There's a lot of ways to play it. You could open all those packs and hope that you hit something crazy. I mean, that's a lot of packs.
I think keeping it sealed.
Me too.
Is best bet till you figure out the prices of the graded cards
gold
coins.
Those will do good.
But also Darkness Ablaze and Vivid Voltage, I think after they rotate out of not being printed, they're going to go up.
Now you got valuable packs.
Because Darkness Ablaze has that Charizard, and then Vivid Voltage has that Chunky Chew VMAX. If you wait a couple years until those are totally out of rotation, those packs are going to go up.
Yeah, because then you have a chance at pulling a crazy Charizard, crazy Pikachu, and you are guaranteed 2 legendary promos that are, and these look like no other promos. They're black and gold. When you go back to previous episodes, and I've been saying this, you look for stuff that's first of its kind when you want to be investing. It's just like first edition base set. That was the first card. That's why they're so crazy. This is the first black and gold promo. I believe there might be an Eternatus one out there actually.
No, that was in Shiny V.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
Japanese.
saying. Oh, it's only, but still, it's still out there. But so this will be the first American black and gold promos.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
First
so
English.
again, that's why I wanted to bring this product up. There's just so many positives to it. You could keep it sealed, open it, flip the packs, open it, open the packs, grade the promos. For me, it's a win-win-win-win-win on that product, 100%.
So for what's hot for me is Shining Legends. Shining Legends is just every time I see it listed, every time I see it sold, it's just going up in value.
Yeah.
From the pin collections to the Raichu box to the everything, including Shining Legends, is going up. So Shining Legends is going up because of all the shiny cards, pretty much. Shining Rayquaza, Shining Mew, all those are increasing in value steadily throughout the months. I think the Raichu box is going for 60 to 70 right now.
You got the ETB going 188, and that's on the low.
Yep, 188, which is a lot for a $50 retail product, right? $40 retail.
Probably went maybe. I think was that a holiday set?
Yeah.
So I think those go a little bit more, but still, $188 now.
You get the Shining Ho-Ho with that, and then
as
you get
a promo card, and
yep.
then you have a Shining Ho-Ho Collection Premium box, which is a lot more.
Yep, and then you get the playmat and everything. But another thing, that was like a sub what's hot, but another thing for what's hot is CGC grading. Now, I'm sure if you guys are following any Facebook groups or any, you're going online to see what the graded card market is a lot of CGC. The reason why is because they're very, very quick with grading right now. So if you think about it, BGS taking, X amount of time, they're a little bit behind, and then PSA, which is the more desired service, is like 6 to 9 months behind. So if you send off your cards to PSA and it takes 9 months, and you send them off to CGC, it takes 45 to 60 days, you'll be able to get 3 or 4 submissions back from CGC before you even get one from PSA. So that's why you're seeing a flood of CGC product and no PSA, because everyone's sending it off to PSA, but they have to wait 6 to 9 months for them to get their cards back, while everyone that's going with CGC is getting it back within 1 to 2 months, and then they're able to flip, they're able to sell, rebuy, they're able to resubmit and get more cards. So that's why you're seeing a lot of CGC cards come back. And the reason why they're so quick is I believe they grade it with a computer side by side with a Pokemon specialist as well. So they're letting the computer do all the work, and then they're kind of reviewing it afterwards, and then they're just sealing it up and shipping it off. But with PSA, it's all everyone. There's graders that do it, and they have to go through each and every card. They have to seal it. They have to do all this stuff. So CGC is hot right now. A lot of people do not like CGC because they like PSA better, and they don't want someone to overshadow that spotlight. But I think CGC's slabs look better. I think their grading is better. they're subgrading. Sorry, they subgrade, so that's desirable. And I think they're a little bit more strict. I'm gonna go out and say that they're a little bit more strict. They have pristine labels. They have perfect labels, which are, add another level to the desirability. So CGC in the next coming months, they're gonna gain some traction because you're gonna see more CGC and less PSA, because PSA is taking so long.
And
I just spoke for 3 minutes. You spoke for almost 9.
Sorry.
You said you wanted to be shorter.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so bad. I have so much going on in my head when it comes to this stuff that I tried to condense it into bullet points.
We're
too.
at 42 minutes.
Man, I'm sorry, guys. I know. I'm terrible at this. All right. Should we even do the next segment?
Yeah, we'll just go quick.
All right. Pikachu everything. Let's go. We're talking about the OG himself. I'm going to talk into Sword and Shield promo that was released back in November. So it came in a little box, and the promo itself is just Pikachu on a fully holographic card. It looks sick. It's got all the starters in the background. All
the Galarian ones,
The
right?
Galarian starters, yeah. What is it? Sobble.
I don't know.
I'm going to try.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't know them.
Cinderace? Is that one?
Cinderace is the final evolution of it.
Yeah, that
Alright,
guy.
but anyway, all the Galarian starters, it looks really cool. It's really good art. It's getting tough to get your hands on one, and I'm so upset. I saw this retail in the store, and I didn't buy it, and this is just a lesson learned. Trust your gut, because I looked at that product, I saw that promo card, and I was like, that's pretty sick, and I bought whatever was hot at the moment, like the big ETB at the moment instead, and I didn't want to buy too much.
If you see a good-looking Pikachu promo, buy it.
Lesson learned. Lesson learned. So that would be my Pikachu card to look out for right now. Get it. Good luck. It's going crazy. I was bidding on one on eBay. I lost by like $1 in the $35 range. Now it's at $80. So I'm behind on this, but it's still what is going crazy for Pikachu right now.
Talking about being behind, I'm talking about the Poncho promos.
Oh man.
Every single Poncho Pikachu
sick,
promo is hundreds of dollars.
They're sick.
But they're desirable because they look sick. He's wearing a Rayquaza poncho, Charizard poncho. There's even Mario and Luigi Pikachus, which are really, really cool. So I know that those prices are pretty high for those promos, but if you have the money, those will just keep going up in value. They're rare. They're only in Japanese, I believe, right?
Yes.
I think they're only in Japanese.
I think
the ponchos.
Rayquaza is.
I think they only came out in Japan for their 20th or 25th anniversary, I believe. And they're not going anywhere. They're not being reprinted. You can't get them. So you're only going to get them from collectors that have them sealed or graded or raw, and that's the only way you're going to get them. You can't buy them for retail, pretty much. But if you can get your hands on those, they're only going to go up. There's always a Pikachu collector looking for those cards. If you get a perfect 10,
good for you.
It's just going to keep going up. People are hounding for those cards. So if you ever see a Poncho Pikachu and you have the money, grab it.
All right, so this is going to be shorter than our first episode. It's still a little long, so I apologize for that. Hopefully, if you did stick along for the whole entire episode, we thank you very much, and hopefully you got some sort of
Value.
Helpful information to help you navigate through this hobby. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Every single platform is at the Crelectors. Are you gonna actually put it this time?
No, I did put it. You didn't watch it.
Oh.
I literally said at the end, I was like, I wasn't too lazy to put it in.
Nice.
I put it in.
All right. I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Till next time, guys. Thank you. Peace.